So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olson here in the booth. And we are underway here in Atlanta. Johnson now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
So you take a look at last week's game, Mike, and you certainly wouldn't say that he played poorly. I mean, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's a clean slate. But when you talk to his coaches, they said they haven't seen him this motivated to bounce back after a loss in his entire career. So he's had a great week of practice. He's really challenging the guys around him to elevate their standard. And if it's any indication of how today is going to go, I think we're in for a treat.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. So, first and 10 here now at the 38. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
They'll send a tight end in motion. The RPO, that one is complete. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Man in motion, heading right. They'll try to run with their fullback. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for it.
That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown Atlanta. That is second TD catch of the season. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
You know, Mike, at this level, you just very rarely see the type of performance we did last week, where just one player is so much better than everyone else on the field. I mean, yes, he throws for all those touchdowns, but then at the same time, he's able to protect the ball. I mean, he is just operating at a completely different level, and I'm not sure what he has in store today, but I'm certainly excited to see.
16 yards on the game, and a quick first down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end, Arande Gadsden the second. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good games, 19 for this one.
19 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Back to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Vikings. That is 16th touchdown of the year. The extra point is good. The Vikings come right back to tie it at 7. 15-1 possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Johnson now to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Falcons offense going to take over now for the second time. They have been one of the better teams in terms of throwing football this year, and the numbers bear that out, and they have come out of the gates hot in this one.
Here we go, set. 70.
He'll run with the rookie, drafted in the 3rd round. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Kenneth Grant in there on the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second
From the
and
25,
9.
here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd down and 12 to go. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 15. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
39-yard line.
Putting the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw yet again. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
They'll put a receiver in motion right. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Sacks are drive killers. And again, sacks in my mind are more of a quarterback stat than they are an offensive line stat. You have to have a clock in your head to understand where the weakness of the protection is, where I got to go with the ball if I'm hot. And at the end of the day, just get the ball out of your hand.
That's another Falcons first and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Here's a shot toward the end zone. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they continue to churn out 1st downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's a run. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Falcon. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Falcons will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The Vikings offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's been the go-to guy in this offense for the first half of the season. You can see it there. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Up the sideline, past the 30. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Vikings.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll look to pick up the pace.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. They need 8 as they come up for third down. He's got a man. That's Horton. This offense moving quickly, and they'll try to get set.
That's another Vikings first down.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
19 seconds.
Quick throw taken in, and they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
Throwing now from Blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Now Kevin O'Connell will send out the field goal unit. This a 48-yard attempt. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Vikings are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Out of the gun, he'll throw, and this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
A.J. Cole.
So fourth down, they'll hand it over to A.J. Cole to punt it, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. There's Kevin O'Connell, NFL Coach of the Year in 2024. His Vikings head back out there with a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 31 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Hey,
First and 10 at the
On first down, right back to Robinson. And he'll somehow turn this into a net positive. Get out of bounds after a pickup of a yard. Look him up on a second down and 8.
Here we go, here we go. 60.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught to the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds there. That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's first and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's second and goal. That one, taken in. Touchdown, Minnesota. That is second touchdown of the game, and 17 for the season. The extra point is up and through, and the Vikings move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. Leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Johnson now to return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
22-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. They motion a receiver right. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down and hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. 3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line. The Vikings offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic, currently second in the NFL at this point in the season. They'll run it here with Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. We'll try to go up tempo here as they hustle to the line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Yards to go.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He's going to air this one out. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
Hey, check that. Here we go. 7.
They do indeed snap as they'll try and throw. That is incomplete. He couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds. From 23, here's second down and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
They'll give on the ground. He'll pop this ahead for about 4. But it will set up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 3.
Now a give, but Here comes the reverse. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
A loss of 7. It's fourth down.
Bates' kick is good. And the Falcons have tied it at 17.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the top.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up second and 8.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and 8. Now, faking the give. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again. The Falcons send their punting unit out. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Vikings offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter.
Here we go.
On the give, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this up to the 17-yard line. We'll try and hurry to the line here.
And the Vikings first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Another run here for Robinson. And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's good for 27 and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
First and 10.
They'll come up here first and 10. They run over center with Robinson. And this tackle there, he pushes forward. It will give him 4 yards. Here's second and 6.
It's now second and 6.
They'll go again with Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught.
Hesitate
Nice
to
job
run.
there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Fourth down and 1.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Vikings. It is his third touchdown of the game, and 18 now on the season. No problem there on the extra point, and the Vikings will go up by 7.
Falcons 17.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Johnson now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 25-yard line.
They'll stick with him again.
Oh.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They put Pickens in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground.
Number 1 ball carrier. Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Tight end motioning left. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
Hey, Pat, go. Big Lions, purple, alert, alert. Go.
Here's Robinson. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Now a timeout. Atlanta, that's their 1st. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. They'll run with Robinson. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Minnesota. Now the extra point.
The kicker on for the point after.
His kick is good. And the Vikings will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
17.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Falcons offense headed back to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. So time becoming a factor, down 2 scores. They do have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with, though. Hill drops to throw. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here comes second down.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
They send a receiver in motion left. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. A big play in the game now. Third down and 1.
Brings up third down.
They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Andre Sisco. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Here we go. Here we go.
A gift, and here comes Robinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Exiting the pocket right. That is caught. Back corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He gets it to go. And the Vikings are going to extend their lead.
Vikings 38, Falcons 17.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 31. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They put Pickens in motion. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And the Falcons 1st down.
They'll run up and clock it a little over 30 seconds. All that is left. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. 3rd and long.
On the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
Check mash.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. Now we'll get whistles, and they have signaled for a timeout. Curious there, not sure of the logic, but one stoppage with 5 seconds to go. Second and inches.
Hey, check that. Pat the street. Pat the 60.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Extra point try, forthcoming. He's got it. And the Vikings are able to extend the lead.
Vikings 45, Falcons 17.
Just 1 second. All that remains in the football game as the kick is away. Johnson now to return. And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So it is a win for our visitors.